Silver Ridge was once the richest mining town in the West. Now it was silent. Windows closed, streets empty. Above the town hung a strange legend. Every decade, when the sun turned black during an eclipse, people disappeared. On the day before the eclipse, a lone rider arrived. Dust-covered coat, quiet eyes. The ghost sheriff. Townsfolk whispered. The sheriff learned the town was controlled by Mayor Crowley, a powerful man hiding behind wealth and charm. Miners spoke secretly. Workers vanished underground. Anyone who asked questions disappeared. The mine was closed, but lights still burned at night. A young boy begged the ghost sheriff to find his missing father. Inside the abandoned mine, the ghost sheriff found hidden tunnels, armed guards, prisoners forced to dig
Your
for
time
a rare
is up,
black
outlaws.
mineral.
We ain't
Crowley
afraid
wasn't
of
mining
ghosts.
silver.
Then face
He was
justice.
hunting power. Gunfight in the tunnels. Lantern light flashing across rock walls. The ghost
I
sheriff
must
fought
emphasize
like a
the
legend
gravity of this
reborn.
situation.
As the
There is no
eclipse
turning
began,
back from
darkness
the path
swallowed
we
the sky.
choose.
Crowley revealed his plan. Use the eclipse to secretly move prisoners and riches out of town forever. The ghost sheriff rallied the
This
townspeople.
town's not big enough for the both
Fear
of us.
turned into
Then draw your
rebellion.
yellow-bellied varmint!
Bell
I'm
towers rang.
faster!
Total
Prove it!
darkness. The black sun overhead. Crowley and the ghost sheriff faced each other. Wind screaming through empty streets. Two silhouettes. One duel. Crowley fired first. The ghost sheriff stood firm. One precise shot ended the reign of fear. Light returned. Silver Ridge breathed again. Families reunited. The boy found his father alive. But the ghost sheriff vanished before thanks could be spoken. Only hoofprints leading into endless desert and whispers. Backstory of Thomas Reed. How he became the ghost sheriff. First signs of his legendary powers towns ruled by corrupt sheriffs. Minor mysteries and rescues. Introduce recurring villains. Bigger towns, larger conspiracies. Ghost sheriff uncovers criminal networks. First major showdown against powerful warlords. Frontier-wide corruption and outlaw alliances. Ghost sheriff teams with townsfolk, lawmen, and rebels. Major betrayals, cliffhangers, epic duels. Emotional arcs. Friends lost, allies gain. Legendary final villains appear. Multi-town uprising against tyranny. Ghost sheriff faces his own past and
Back
personal
to work,
demons.
all of you!
Epic battles under storms,
This mine is
eclipse,
under my
desert
watch.
sunsets. Climactic resolution. Redemption, revenge, and justice. Ghost sheriff vanishes into legend. Series concludes with whispers of his eternal ride across the frontier. Entire towns vanish overnight. Campfires
You
burn
ain't
with no
taking
people.
us, lawman!
Horses
Drop
return
it!
without riders. A legend spreads. Cursed trail where lost souls walk forever. The ghost sheriff follows the trail after finding a badge buried in desert sand, belonging to a lawman who disappeared 20 years ago. He reaches Dustfall, a town not marked on any map. People
You
there
ain't
never
welcome
leave.
here, spirit!
A strange preacher controls the town
I
with
said
fear.
get back!
At night, shadow riders patrol the streets. The ghost sheriff discovers they are former lawmen, broken and enslaved. A massive railroad company secretly controls the frontier. They erase towns to claim land. Outlaws and corrupt judges work together. Train robberies, ambushes, desert chases. The ghost sheriff saves survivors and builds allies. A sharpshooter woman, a former outlaw seeking redemption. A young deputy who believes in justice. A bounty group called the Black Spurs hunts the ghost sheriff. They believe he isn't human. Epic battles across. Snowy mountain passes. Burning desert storms. Haunted ghost towns. Rumors spread he cannot die. Multiple towns rise against corruption. Massive gunfights. Train explosions. Sieges of outlaw forts. The ghost sheriff becomes symbol of rebellion. But he learns the truth. The railroad leader was once his partner. Under a blood moon, the ghost sheriff faces his past. Flashbacks reveal betrayal that turned him into legend. Allies fall. Sacrifices made. Epic multi-location battles. Epic Wild West desert landscape at sunset. Mysterious ghost sheriff riding toward endless horizon. Long coat blowing in wind. Glowing silver badge. Ghostly silhouettes following behind. Cinematic Western noir atmosphere. Dramatic lighting. Ultra-realistic. Epic movie poster composition. Film grain. High detail, strange forgotten Western town surrounded by desert cliffs. Dusty streets, silent townsfolk watching from wooden porches, eerie atmosphere, warm sunset
You won't
light
pass
mixed with
this
dark
way.
shadows,
Clear the
cinematic
tracks
wide-angle
now!
Western shot,
Make me!
ultra-realistic ghostly riders moving through desert at night, lantern light glowing, wind blowing dust across trail, supernatural Western noir style, cinematic composition, dramatic shadows, ultra-realistic
this?
realism steam
I
train
was
crossing
born ready.
desert at dusk, armed guards on roof, ghost sheriff standing near tracks ready for confrontation. Cinematic action Western style, dramatic perspective, Ultra-detailed realism, dark outlaw bounty hunters in long coats. Scarred faces, cold eyes. Dramatic low-angle cinematic lighting. Gritty Western noir style. Ultra-realistic close-up large Western town gunfight. Dust clouds rising. Multiple riders charging. Ghost sheriff leading townsfolk. Cinematic epic wide shot. High-tension Western action. Ultra-realistic two silhouettes facing each other under red blood moon. Empty desert landscape, coats moving in wind. High-drama cinematic Western climax. Ultra-realistic epic composition ghost sheriff riding alone into sunrise horizon. Golden desert light, emotional peaceful ending mood. Cinematic wide landscape. Ultra-realistic epic Western ending frame. The blood moon faded. Smoke drifted slowly across the broken frontier. After the final battle, silence fell. The kind of silence that comes only after history changes forever. The railroad empire collapsed. Outlaw gangs scattered into the desert. Towns once ruled by fear began to breathe again. But the ghost sheriff stood alone. Dust on his coat, scars hidden beneath shadow. His former partner, now defeated, whispered years ago they had tried to bring law to a lawless land. But greed corrupted men faster than bullets. The ghost sheriff had been betrayed, left for dead. And since that day, he had ridden between life and legend. Some believed he survived by pure will. Others believed the desert itself kept him alive. The allies gathered. The sharpshooter woman who became a leader. The young deputy now wearing a new badge. The outlaw redeemed by sacrifice. They searched for the ghost sheriff at dawn. Only hoofprints remained, leading toward the endless horizon. A rider appearing when justice fails. Gunshots heard before sunrise. A silver badge left behind. Children whispered his name. Outlaws feared it. The ghost sheriff was no longer just a man. He was a legend. Wide desert sunrise. A lone silhouette riding across golden dunes. Wind carrying dust like ghosts of the past. He never stops, because somewhere, another town needs justice. The eternal ride continues.